call the meeting to order, the Jackson County Commission, October 10th, 2017. Mr. Manning, would you call roll call?
All right, District 1, Mr. Guthrie.
Present.
District 2, Mr. Venable. Present. District 3, Mr. Gilbert.
Present.
District 4, Mr. Sis. Present. Chairman also present.
Thank you, Mr. Manning. Mr. Porter, would you do the invocation for the pledge?
God our Father, we are constantly reminded of your beauty, the creation that you have put all around us, the beauty of this county that we live in. We're thankful for that. We're thankful for the people of the county. We're thankful for this nation. We pray you'll continue to watch over us and guide us and help us every day. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen. Mr. Guthrie, would you lead us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item we have is for approval of the agenda. Are there any changes before proceeding? Do we have a motion to approve the agenda as presented? We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. On the awards and presentations, we don't have any of these today. Public comment from citizens, we have none of those at this time. Next thing on the agenda is to approve minutes from previous meetings and work sessions. And this includes August 3rd, 7th, 14th, and 28th of 2017, and September 4th, 5th, 11th, and 18th of 2017. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from the previous meetings and work sessions as prior stated?
I'll make a motion to approve them as stated.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Any more discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. We have no old business today. New business, the first thing that we have is an item for a motion to approve the amended employment contract with Tiffany Mulligan at Senior RS. And you should have a copy of this said contract for review in your packet. Do we have a motion to approve this contract?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Next item we have is a motion to approve and surplus a radio tower. This is the tower we talked about in the work session. I believe you have a copy of it, a picture of it in the package. We have one person that is willing to buy this. So for $300, I believe. Do we have a motion to surplus this radio tower?
Make it. I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. We have discussion. Okay, with no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Fans blowing the papers away.
Yeah.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is a motion to approve the agreement and sign a resolution with ALDOT in regards to County Road 63. Mr. Campbell, do you want to explain anything concerning this?
Thank you, Chairman, Commissioners. It should be the same agreement that you saw last week in your packet. This is just an affirmation of what this commission has basically already decided to do. So in that agreement, it does flesh out the dollar obligations of the county and the state and the other details, obligations for each.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Campbell. Do we have a motion to approve the agreement and sign the resolution with ALDOT in regards to County Road 63?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second? Any discussion? With no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Next item is a motion to participate in the electronic processing program with Secretary of State. This is an item that was presented last week by Judge Miller, and I believe this has to do with LLC filing online And with this, it'd be no cost to the county. Do we have a motion to participate in the electronic processing program with Secretary of State?
I make that motion.
We have a motion, we have a second.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? With no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Okay, the next item is a motion to approve the funds to go to the Downtown Horticulture Fund. Okay, we talked about this last week, and you'll notice in your packet, on this the second page there where it says the clay pot, this, where it's $36,066, you'll notice that all of these are trees. And in talking with Mayor Shelton, they got these trees out of Central Florida down there. They had to book them in advance to be able to get them. And the people that are going to install these trees, the only way they would warranty these trees if they put them in themselves. And this is $36,000 of that $50,000 that they were talking about. And okay, if you'll go to the next page, this is all shrubs. This they have not ordered anything of that at this time, and you'll notice the numbers there. It's that's a shrubbery. Those two items together will pretty much cover that $50,000. Okay, on the next page where it says Scottsboro Square Streetscape Renovation Project, you go all the way down to where there's a line drawn across. Everything above that line pretty much is flowers. And where it says S or F, most of the time that's got the S are planted in the spring. Some of you could plant spring or fall, but most of these will be planted in springtime, in addition to the trees and shrubs. The next page is where they are raising money in having memorial plaques placed at some of these trees. And if they sell these plaques, which they've already had some people interested in buying some of these plaques, that could be around these trees that they are buying and going to plant, they will put this money in the fund to help plant flowers in the springtime. So, and Mr. Sisk, there's some question about freight on that second page. And as we said earlier, that these are coming out of Central Florida, and his mayor's understanding it's going to be like 3 trucks.
That makes a difference when you're saying Florida deal.
Right.
Yeah. When I said
And
afraid, I don't
you'll
know.
notice some of these trees, they're $300 a piece. And so he wanted the people to guarantee the trees, and that's why that's why they're letting these people do it. And these people are also the ones that put the brick pavers around and did the irrigation. So if they tear up the irrigation, they'll fix it. Okay, do we have a motion to approve the county funds of $25,000 to the Downtown Horticultural Fund?
Make that motion.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second, any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Next thing we have is concerning the appointment of members to the Jackson County Healthcare Authority. And just as information, we have had 11 people that sent in letters requesting to be on the Jackson County Healthcare Authority. So we will start. Do we have a motion to approve appointing a member to the Jackson County Healthcare Authority from the interest list?
Make a motion to appoint Stacy Little.
Okay, we have one for Stacy Little. Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion?
Is there just one gonna be appointed?
No, there'll be 2 more.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, 3 of them.
Okay, is there any more discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Okay, the next is another appointment. A motion to approve appointing members to the Jackson County Healthcare Authority from the interest list.
I'd like to make the motion to appoint Dan Newell.
Okay, we have a motion to appoint Dan Mule. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Was that a second?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. We have one more to be approved. Do we have a motion to approve
Terry
To
Stone,
appoint-
who had a,
I'm sorry.
go ahead right there.
Do we have a motion to approve appointing a member to the Jackson County Healthcare Authority from the interest list?
I'd like to make a motion, Terry Stone.
I'd like to make a motion for Scott Calhoun.
We have Terry Stone. Do we have a second for Terry Stone? Okay, we, the record state we don't have a second for that. We have a motion to place Ron Calhoun.
Ron Calhoun.
We have a second.
I'll second Calhoun.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. We have any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Okay, the next thing on the agenda is a motion to amend the motion made September 25th, 2017 regarding a one-time pay increase to exclude elected officials.
Make that one.
We have a motion, we have a second.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Next thing we have a maintenance supervisor here today to give us a presentation on the large air handler here at the courthouse. Wayne, if you would.
Well, thank you. Before Mr. Hodges left, he asked me to come speak to you today. I took him down there and showed it to him. Basically, it's a 1967 model. So, it's pretty old. Bottom's rusted out of it. Water used to go through a drain pipe, now it just runs out on the floor in the basement down there. And if y'all would like to, I can take you down there and show it to you, let you look at it. But we're talking about just replacing the air handler itself. I got a quote that was done last year, it was $61,000 just for the air handler. You might want to bump that up another 5% since it's been a year. But it also needs the controls reworked on that system because it does about half of the courthouse. It's,
What's the answer?
what?
The answer,
It's chill water and steam.
so that one's run off the chiller?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. It's chill water and steam. And all you got, we got some cooling tower problems up there, but that's not really associated with that air handler. I'm thinking it's about a 105 ton unit, the way their serial numbers, but it's 1967, so nobody really knows.
Right.
But we got control problems. We can't replace the thermostats. They don't make them anymore. I mean, you can find them used on eBay. That's the only place you'll find this stuff that's so antiquated. So if we're gonna go in and put a new air handler in the thing, we also need to do controls on it, and just a rough estimation would be between around $10,000–$12,000 to revamp the controls. That would be putting new thermostats, new motors on the dampers. So you're talking about 80,000 roughly. And that's not gonna get it up to where the engineers, we had an engineer do studies on it, and of course they had a lot more recommendation about putting hot water boxes on the perimeter walls and things of that nature, but it will get it back, functioning pretty well. Be going in the right direction for future improvements.
And we have some bids on this?
We hadn't had bids yet. I just had somebody to look at it, and, we'd have to pay some engineering fees. That's not in that 80,000. We'd have to get it wrote up and submit it to bids, and I guess since it's over $50,000, it's not anything we can do about that, that I know of.
We looked at this several different times, but we have 3 air handlers for the courthouse, or is it more than 3?
Oh, no,
We talked
we-
about doing 3, was that just for the first?
We actually have 12 air handlers.
Uh,
Yeah. Actually, well, excuse me, 14.
Well, maybe I was-
So,
Well, there's only three that's real old. I mean, well, I say real old. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
that's-
1967, there's about three of those.
There might have been 3 zones, I remember them talking about or
but
something.
there's actually, 5 antiques in the basement. One of them was the EMA down there. It's a DX unit, you know. Never had a problem with it all this time. It's really old, but we've got, 3, 4, 5 down there that are steam, they're pretty old. Steam, chilled water. I guess all of them are around 1967, because that's when they did the renovations. You know, they put the back addition on,
Right.
and I'm assuming they were installed then.
I just wonder if we do it, Will, because when you, them things, it ain't gonna be easy getting them in and out.
You know, that was a huge air handler. You've seen it down there, it's a monster.
That thing is running water from here to the door.
Well, I'm just wondering if we're gonna do it, if we wouldn't pay to go ahead and do those all of them when we're doing it.
Well, we need to at least come up with a plan. We can't do everything at one time. We need to start working our way into updating. We've talked about this stuff several different times, and you can adjust the thermostat in here and change the temperature 2 doors down, you know, it's the way the ductwork ran and everything, it's just a hodgepodge, because there's been so many different times it's remodeled and things have moved and didn't move the ductwork, and we need to come up with a plan. I just wanted to make sure we wasn't spending $80,000 on something to change out that, like Tim said, if we could spend $120,000 and do another one and get things segregated out like it should be or something.
I had, we've got basically 2 identical units. One does this room and the rest of the commission office. And we got one down there on the probate side, that does probate records room and does party tags. Those are small units. I had some quotes on replacing those around $20,000 a piece. So they're not terribly expensive and they're fairly small. This thing is a behemoth. And again, I'll take you down there and show it to you if you'd like. And I think this would be going in the right direction. We can still come back and if we get more money, like what they want to do is take hot water and put these boxes up in the ceiling around the perimeter of the walls, because it always gets really cold around the walls. But then the inside of the courthouse, you got people that like roasting even in the wintertime. So, there's things that you could do later on down the road that this air handler won't matter. We can redo duct, put heat in the boxes and maybe add dampers here or there.
Right.
So it's kind of going in the right direction, but it's not dumping out a ton of money. If you look on this engineering report where this guy's estimating this stuff, on that particular system, it totaled out $245,000. And I'm assuming he's probably shooting 30% over because they call his budget numbers. So you probably could take 30% away from that. So you still, you're talking about a little less than $200,000 to get what he wants done.
We talked about it earlier, with winter coming on, it won't be such a strain on that thing now. It's still working, but it's going down.
We won't have water running out the floor because you don't have the condensation that you.
Well, if we're gonna do it, we need to do it this winter before summertime.
Yeah, that's what I want to kind of get on track where we get this thing lined up. It's really old.
If it lays down on us, we could be without air for a long time.
Yeah, well, see, it's a special build.
See what it costs would be for the top floor and bottom floor.
Right.
And then we can in pieces. But
Maybe have to redo the whole thing, just get a cost that way, would that work?
You talking about redoing the whole
Well, this,
HVAC system?
everything in here, have a cost out there for it, top floor and bottom
You
floor.
probably gonna pass out what I tell you what the,
about $6 million, roughly.
Some offices in here now, I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but you can be burning up in one office with the windows up, and the next office, they're running heaters.
Yeah.
even if you conservatively, if you went in and tried to revamp everything that needs revamping, leaving some, see, we got newer air handlers upstairs, you know, they're like 2004, in that neighborhood. And we could save those, but the controls are shot on them, so you talking about $1 million, $1.1 million to do the whole thing. But this, you know, I don't know if we can do that, and this is kind of like
We can't.
taking a bite out of the elephant, you know, one bite at a time, you know, going this route.
I mean, no matter how, if we had the money, you still want to buy the same air handler, so it ain't gonna matter if we just buy an air handler. The only thing I was thinking was would we get a better rate if we went ahead and while we done it, because they're gonna have to bring us in pieces. And they're already gonna have the equipment here, everything's gonna be here, so it might not be a bad
A
idea
larger
when they
scope of work
quote.
may
Yeah,
cost you less
right,
overall than doing it 2 different times.
yeah.
This is something we could use capital improvement funds for. Wayne's done a good job patching up this old stuff. I'm telling you, it's at times I know it's a mess, and I appreciate what you've done, Wayne.
No problem. I wish I knew more about it. Some of
That's
this
why I
stuff.
know for a fact that one that went out and it was out a couple of days, and he had to wait because the only place he could buy that part was on eBay. He had to wait till he made his turnaround.
So
It's
you're
the only
saying
place he could find
the
it.
top part is working good, just the control boxes.
Yeah, the controls, those things are tied into boxes that are like computers, sort of. They're tied in pairs to it, and these boxes are shot. And they tell the unit what to do, basically. You know, they tell the fans to come on, and you can't buy this stuff anywhere. I mean, it's just, it's almost obsolete when we got it. So,
I'm for moving forward with, you know, starting a program to get updated with our HVAC. If you think that needs to be our first step, what do we need to do to move forward? Write a bid spec, or do we get an engineer to write a bid spec?
yeah, I suppose we gotta get an engineer to write a bid spec, be the first thing we do.
Just for the air handling.
Yeah,
And the controls.
That's the,
Yeah, I'd definitely do the controls if you can bother with the air handler,
that's not,
needs it.
that's not something we need to have to make a motion for, is it? I mean, I can just move forward with
Get
Wayne
the bid
doing the
spec.
bid spec. and-
Unless you're gonna hire an engineer. I don't know if the engineer would charge you for it.
Yeah, they will.
Okay, we'll charge you for it.
Well, I'll make a motion to hire an engineer to write a bid spec for the replacement of our.
See, this was a preliminary study
Yeah.
that was done by an engineering firm, but we had to pay them to do this.
Right.
Then the next step is bid specs, and it's more money.
Yeah,
So,
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to hire an engineer to do a bid spec on the air handler and the control. Do we have any more discussion? All in favor, say aye. All opposed, say no. Thank you, Wayne.
one question, does anybody, we had used this company and they're already vested and they know the building, you know, they've done drawings and
So
they already
raised
stick
their
with
bill,
them.
since
Yeah.
they already know.
He did a good set of drawings for us. And
Yeah.
That's all the items that we have on the agenda today. We will check with the department head to see if we have anything. Mr. Manning,
Nothing to do.
Mr. Campbell.
Couple things, happening this week on projects. County Road 155 paving will start tomorrow, and then the rest of the local road resurfacing that we have planned will follow that. We opened bids today on County Road 92, design build bridge, and so we'll be crunching through those proposals and presenting something shortly on that. And then 15 bridges for inspection this month that I failed to mention on the update last week.
15.
15 bridges this month, and that's it for
Mr. Porter, you have anything?
I have nothing, thank you, sir.
Ms. Gilbert? Mr. Sis? Mr. Venable?
No.
Mr. Guthrie? Well, that concludes everything for today's meeting. So with that, I entertain a motion to adjourn. We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
All in favor say aye. All opposed say no.